Now, sir, I would like to bring your attention to a controversial topic, that is
Yeah.
Mr. Nehru sir denying a seat in UNSC. तो सर क्या मतलब क्या ये सच है एंड प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट दैट.
Frankly, Nehru was one of the best prime minister we got. I adore three prime minister in India till now.
ओके.
The first one is of course Narendra
नरेंद्र
Modi.
मोदी
The
सर.
second one is of course Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the third one is Nehru. I just adore three. I mean, I adore all prime minister. I have a, very high respect for these three prime minister. Okay, because I think they did what others can't or have not done a lot of things to India. No doubt, Nehru was very apart from saying that Nehru was very he was not a very realist kind of a guy. He was did his education from Britain, Oxford. Okay, came from a very rich family. His father was like a lawyer. So if you come from certain section of family, you have a very romantic idea of society and all that. Okay, if you come from certain section of the society, you will become more realist. Like you have to do survival day to day basis, you will become more realist as compared to if you come from the that section of society. So I'll try to I'll put it like in this way. Nehru was no doubt one of the finest prime minister we India had. Like he gave IIT, IIM, just so many things he did. Scientific temper, like India was very religious, superstitions, very. We are still living in the 20, 30 years, 50 years still,
बिहाइंड.
as compared to Chinese or US. Even if you say we are very superstitious.
राइट.
एक आईआईटी का लड़का, एक आईएम का लड़का, एक यूपीएससी निकाला वो लड़का भी डूइंग सब सुपरस्टिशन स्टफ टू डू थिंग्स लाइक. बट वो इंडिया में अभी भी नहीं है. इंडिया में मॉडर्निटी और ट्रेडिशनलिज्म दोनों साथ में साथ चल रहा है. चाइना में मॉडर्निटी आई तो जो सुपरस्टिशन था खत्म हुआ. यूएस में आई, वेस्टर्न कंट्री में आई, वो खत्म हुआ. इंडिया में शादी आया या ऑनलाइन डेटिंग आया, इसमें भी कास्ट का ऑप्शन है. आई यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? मतलब ट्रेडिशनलिज्म भी चल रहा है. जो पुराना जो कास्ट था, जो कि सबसे बेकार है ह्यूमन फॉर्म के लिए, कास्ट कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, वो अभी भी हम लोग कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं. राइट.
राइट.
सो तो इसके लिए नेहरू, आई गिव नेहरू फुल मार्क्स. He was outstanding prime minister. He had a very very scientific temper. He said that our dam is the modern temple of India. Dam, hydroelectric dam. But apart from that, I think in foreign policy, uh, I'll give like very less marks to him, because when you are so naive and idealist in your own terms, like if you say that I am so good, I'll always do good to my neighbors, to my I don't compete with any guy in my class. ये तुम कह रहे हो, अगला इंसान compete करेगा तुमसे. Are you getting my point?
हाँ, उसके दिमाग में तो कुछ
Realist.
और ही चल रहा है.
Exactly. Realist theory यही कहती है ना. Realist theory क्या है basically? You can do whatever you will do. The other person, the other neighbors, the other country, the other neighboring country will compete with you. तुम चाहो, whether you like it, whether you don't
राइट.
like it. Okay. But Nehru was, he मैं क्या बताया, he was romantic idealist. he was like हिंदी चीनी भाई भाई दोनों हाथ में पकड़ के रहेंगे, साथ में ये वेस्टर्न कंट्री के अगेंस्ट, क्योंकि उस समय नए नए वी आर न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्री, दे वर आल्सो न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्री. तो नेहरू का ये पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू था. बट चाइनीज वेर वेरी वेरी नेशनलिस्ट पीपल, very critical people. Just like we have Kautilya, Arthashastra, okay? Like he is talking about very realist theory, how to expand your empire, how to kill your enemy, how to, he has also written about, that, very kind of hybrid warfare at that time. Just imagine, 2000 years ago. 2000 years ago, he had written about hybrid kind of warfare. Without undeclared war, you can wage war against your enemy. Send your agents, Biskanya and all that. We have heard about it. Like that, Chinese also have Sun Tzu. He has
ओके.
written the book The Art of Warfare. Okay. And I must say Sun Tzu was kind of 3 times or 4 times more Kautilya. I got my point. He was more, kind of in one of the stances he has written. uh, just don't wage war if you can't win the war. Do it by psychologically. So if we are like looking right now कि अभी तो यूएस और रसिया साइकोलॉजिकल ऑपरेशन करते हैं, that's not the new thing. That was first originated in the either our Kautilya Arthashastra, originated in Sun Tzu art of warfare. That's why Chinese people are, they think like that.
ओके,
Yeah.
ओके सर।
Yeah. So, so Nehru was good, but in foreign policy terms, he was very naive, very idealistic. That's why at the time China attacked 1962. India was unaware. उसको पता ही
राइट,
नहीं था कि चाइना कभी अटैक करेगा. और रिगार्डिंग यूएनएससी, तो फ्रैंकली मैं बताऊं, कभी डायरेक्टली इंडिया को ये आई मीन ऑफर नहीं हुआ था. ओके, यूएस की तरफ से या ब्रिटेन की तरफ से, because they don't want a newly their independent country like Britain don't want their independent country to come and sit on the table with the same colonial master. Okay,
राइट,
क्योंकि उनका यूएनएससी में था. That's why directly तो उन्होंने कभी ऑफर किया नहीं, but
अनऑफिशियल,
indirectly we'll find it in many diplomat books या किसी के ये किसी के बायोग्राफी में हम लोग पढ़ते हैं कि अमेरिकन ने एक हिंट किया था जब वेन नेहरू मिट विद अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट. तो आई थिंक उन्होंने एक हिंट किया था कि इफ यू सपोर्ट अस इन आवर फॉरेन पॉलिसी, लाइक ओके, इफ यू कम विथ अस अगेंस्ट द यूएसएसआर, बी प्रोबेबली में सपोर्ट यू फॉर यूएनएससी. सो ये एक लीगली नहीं था. आई यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? इट्स वेरी वेग kind of thing. So it's not very it's not very, you can't judge it. It's very vague thing. कि इंडिया को मिला भी है, बट ये चीज था कि नेहरू को एक हिंट मिला था कि इफ यू कम विद अस यू कैन प्रोबेबली मेक गेट इट, बट ऑन पेपर, ऑन लीगल थिंग, ऑन वेरियस डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑफ यूनाइटेड नेशन, इंडिया के पास कभी भी आई मीन लीगली ऑफर नहीं हुआ कि आप यूएनएससी हो, और इंडिया ने उसको रिजेक्ट किया. ओके,
ओके।
वो नहीं. हाँ,
तो सर इन फ्यूचर यूएनएससी की सीट हमें मिलने के चांसेस है?
श्योर, श्योर. just
विद
just
इन
just
कितना टाइम पीरियड में वी कैन
I
एक्सपेक्ट?
mean, that's a very difficult question, but I mean, maybe probably I would say within 10 to 15 years.
ओके,
10 to 15 years. As our economy grow, will become more strong. Our per capita, and average Indian started to earns more and more money. When you have more money, you started to expend more money, right? You want Mac, you want a cell phone, you want, and who are going to sell all these items to you, to me, to every Indian? All these items are from American or the capitalist country. Of course, India, we have made in India, but they have products, like, so they want India to prosper. Okay, so when India become Indian economy become more broad, more like will become like 10 trillion economy, 15 trillion economy within 10 years, 15 years, then our bet, our negotiation power on that table become more, have more weightage on it, right? When you are rich, you'll say something, everyone listens to you. When you are poor, nobody listen to you, right? You can say anything, you can say like very good things, nobody will listen to you. But even you say very generalistic thing, but you are rich, everyone will say, yeah, you are saying very good. That also happened to country. Okay,
राइट, राइट,
so as our country economy grow, as Western country wants more and more market share in India, they want more and more factory in India so that they can also buy their product at very cheap rate. Okay, so they will like probably will give it to UNSC, and also in this way they want to they'll have one more partner to counter the China.
राइट,
Like
राइट,
they want to like create one more partner. Look, come join UNSC and just oppose, or like they are loggerhead with the China and the Russia, all the Western European country, and India is kind of leaning towards Western country, and that's a good thing. I'm supporter of this. Like I'm very very like a very great supporter of India US relationship. We have a great opportunity and potential. If India and US, if in the past, if India US would have good relationship in the 1990 or 2000, trust me, what China did in the last 30 or 40 years. Like, you know how many Chinese people they have taken out from poverty? 500 million people. I mean 50 cr people, 50 crore people they have taken out of the poverty by their economic growth.
Okay.
In India, we still have 21% of our population. That's around 270 million people. That amounts to around 27 cr according to 2011 census. We have people from, you know, the 21% people still live under the poverty. So
सर बट व्हाट विल मेक चाइना लेट अस कम इनटू द यूएनएससी क्योंकि चाइना की
okay,
मंजूरी बहुत ज़रूरी है राइट इफ
yeah, yeah,
चाइना
yeah, right,
डिसएग्रीज वी कांट
right. Listen, of course, China never wants that India is, you know, India is growing its footprint with the United States, with the other Western country, and they are trying to, you know, they're trying to stop China, the way China are growing, you know, in every sense, political, diplomatic, territorially in South China Sea. So they are kind of apprehensive of China, India. But again, we have to look it through the different way. That's the part of an academic, that's the part of researcher. The We are not here to, you know, consume every, you know, every propaganda that is, you know, put on our table by the so-called Western media are not, you know, very peaceful, or they stand for justice, equality and fraternity. This is all facade. Okay, at the end of the matter, at the end of the day, only matters dollar. How
राइट
much it is in your pocket, how much it in your country's pocket. Okay, if India would have economy of like 1 trillion, nobody I mean care about India. Yeah,
राइट
but right now we are growing very fast. They want to multiply their money, you know, money. That's why they are investing money in India. That's why they are like caring for us so much. So we can have a negotiation with China, like in border area, as academics. Like I don't want to war with China, right? If we go to war, they will like, just imagine, they have economy of 19 trillion. You have economy of 3.5 trillion. How you are going to fight with China? This you will not like listen on the news, like newspaper or Indian television, because, you know, layman people will start to feel afraid. I mean, that's how. But as a researcher, you should know truth. I should know truth. Okay, just imagine how you are going to fight. I mean, you have nationalism. Maybe both nationalism हो. The thing is, you can't fight just with men. You need machines, high-tech weapons, fusionist aircraft carrier, satellites, quantum, and number of things like cyber attack. China is way ahead us. So it's better for us and also for them. It's not like that. Of course, we'll destroy more because we don't have, you know, they have largest economy, so they have you know, more firepower. The thing is, they will also get destroyed in that process. They
बोथ ऑफ
want to
अस विल
grow.
सफर
Exactly. So it's not a win-win situation. So for India, we can like resolve the border issue either by consenting them, like we can give them some land from one sector, and we can give land from, and we can take land from the other sector. We
ओके
have to like do it, because that's, you know, that part of Indian, you know, that part of Indian territory was not very productive. Of course, it's good for, you know, for a strategic reason. It's good for water, you know, water. But apart from that, we don't want to, you know, war with China. Yeah,
राइट
and average Indian should have, because as Western media is pumping anti-Chinese narrative, like Chinese people are coming, they are going for war. For your information, for everyone information, China has not waged a war like last 30 or 40 years against any country, but United States did. Like they did Iraq, they did like Afghanistan.
अफगानिस्तान
Yeah, exactly. They did a lot of thing under the also. They also did that the what you are saying, that's the direct war. They are also the Americans. If you see the Hollywood movie, the CIA, the premier institution, you know, secret agency of United States, they did a whole lot of things to change the regime. Be it Syria, be it Libya, so many things. Latin America, even India, they are trying to do it. Okay, so if both are evil, Just as a realist, you should not be like you should go with that and that. Both are evil. I should not be caught in a crossfire between two beasts. Both are beast. One are like dragon, the other is like like eagle, a very big eagle. United States. Okay,
Right.
that the yeah, and a dragon, and we are kind of a small elephant. So we don't want to be between the two superpowers, between two economy. One has a $25 trillion and the second one has 90-20 trillion economy. We are just merely 3.7. We don't want to be that. Of course, when China started to push us after a limitation, we have to go to the United States. Why? To counter it, to balance it. कि अगर आप मेरे को मारोगे, अगर आप मेरे को मेरी टेरिटोरियलिटी को, मेरी सॉवरेनिटी को अगर आप वो उसका हनन करोगे,
तो
आप
मैं
मेरे
प्रोटेक्ट
बॉर्डर पे
करूंगा।
आओगे, आप मेरे इंडियन आर्मी को वो कंटिन्यू डिसंगेज रखोगे हर सेक्टर पे, तो एज ए रियलिस्ट स्कॉलर, तार्किक स्कॉलर होने के नाते ऑफ कोर्स वी वांट कि मैं यूएस के साथ दोस्ती करूं ताकि वो तुमको बैलेंस करे।
राइट।
तुमको तुम्हारे अंदर में एक डर होना चाहिए, यू मस्ट हैव फियर दैट इफ आई पुश इंडिया आफ्टर ए लिमिट, जो कहते हैं ना लक्ष्मण रेखा, एक लक्ष्मण रेखा के बाद उसका ठेला, तो भाई ये तो यूएस को ही बुला लेगा। आई गेट माय पॉइंट?
राइट।
दैट्स हाउ। बट मेरे को बट इतना मिनट अभी नहीं करना है। अगर इफ चाइना इज नॉट पुशिंग अस, तो यूएस के साथ अभी इतना दोस्ती नहीं कर लेना है। आई गेट माय पॉइंट?
राइट।
अदरवाइज यूएस विल ट्रीट अस लाइक satellite state like South Korea or Germany. So we need to have a very sufficient space with the United States, with the Russia also, with the China also. So we have to play. It's like a chess. If you play chess, समझ रहे हो तुम? It's not like your typical Bollywood movie. मैं दोस्त हूँ और स्टार्टिंग से लेके एंड तक एक लड़का दो अपने हीरो के साथ ही है। No, you have to be with hero. We have to be with hero. No one is hero. No one is villain. Everyone is trying to protect its national interest.
राइट।
Be it Russia, be it China, be it United States, or be it India.
करेक्ट। सो वी हैव टू बी डिप्लोमेटिक।
Exactly. We have to take opportunity from both,
बोथ।
from Chinese side. For like we are importing 120 billion from the China. Just imagine. So we are importing a lot of material, a lot of electronic gadgets, and a lot of machinery from the China. We don't want that to be a stop. If that a stop, India started if you want to build crane and so many things, if you want to make India high TM, so many computers, chips, so many things in China. That's very cheap. But if you have a war and there is a sanction, you can't take it. If you can't import it, it's not good for economy. Your economy will not grow, right?
राइट।
So we have to like play with China, play with United States. We have to take concession from the US also. You will give, or I'll go with China. The US will say, okay, okay, come with me. I'll give you this kind of concession. So
करेक्ट सर। सर, what changes would you suggest should be implemented in our Indian foreign policy so as to safeguard ourselves from China and other countries?
uh, the first thing is we are very shy country. Okay, I mean I always say we are very. I mean you know we don't speak in a very frank manner.
Correct.
If you see US, if you see Russian foreign minister, if you see Chinese foreign minister, except Jaishankar, before that, we will always very be diplomatic. Like we are abusing someone, but we are speaking in a very diplomatic way. We are even when Pakistan used right even now when Pakistan used to send a lot of terrorists to Kashmir, India was like did not even call Pakistan a terrorist country. But the look the in the 4 5 years how the dynamic change, how the Jaisankar is like giving the classic line which become a meme, even
Badass
shorts.
replies.
Exactly. Badass reply. So I want a more aggressive kind of foreign policy because now India has weightage. Earlier we don't have weightage. Just like in your mohalla, a guy who just earned 10,000, speak maybe a speak in Sanskrit, maybe a script about quantum technology. Nobody listened to it. Anyone, nobody listened to him. But a guy who has a car, who has a lot of money, everyone listen to him. Why? Because he has money, he has cloud. That same happened to the diplomacy also. Right now we have a very, India is the largest, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. If you put 100 rupees, you are getting 6.7%, matlab 6.7 taka, 6.7 rupees, $6.7 on an on every $100 if you put
Right.
in India. So that kind of growth India is like doing. So first thing is a little bit more aggressive policy. Don't do it like earlier Nehruvian era, just coming and reading the, your thing. And even if you want to criticize it like a way that others people don't understand what you are saying. Just say
Right.
what is true. Yeah, yeah, okay. The second thing is, I think Indian people give vote on domestic politics, on caste, on highway, on train, on everything. Indian people don't give vote on foreign policy. That's the, unfortunate thing. I mean, there are explanation. Like many people are mostly like we have very like 74% of population literacy rate. Most people don't know what is happening in the world and, global network. But still, we have economy like India after 2016. Every people from like Maharashtra to Assam to Nagaland to Bihar to Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everyone people are aware, become aware by the YouTube. YouTube is a free library. A guy who used to sell gupchup or doing very manual job for 10,000 to 50,000, he is also getting the news like in Hindi in their native language. Okay, that's the game changing for India. So the second thing is I want to like our foreign policy should be more consultative. More and more people come, more and more we can like force on government to do it for us. Okay.
Right.
The third thing is we have very a small pool of talents. Only IFS. Okay, if you clear the UPSC and that too in IFS, that too that have 30-40 seats every year, that only involved in the diplomacy and all that. But in other country, in US, in China and other country, the academician, the practitioners, the PhD people, the research, the guy who is working in think tank are also doing something. Okay.
Right.
So a guy who is working in economy is of course know more about economy or diplomacy than a Babu, right? Babu has cleared the exam in 1970 or 1980. He has become right now office. Maybe he's not updated, or maybe he's kind of little bit old. So you need young people team, young 20, 25 people who have a very good grasp on China, who know Chinese language. How can you make policy on China? How can you think about Chinese? How they think if you don't know about China? If you don't know Chinese language, if you don't know Mandarin.
Right.
But here, Babu Dom and official Dom, whatever we call, if in I always used to say, if India is right now, if India has not grown like China, if we are not economy of 15 trillion economy or 10 trillion economy, all goes to our Babu. Babu are very good to not let ourselves, Indian people, to grow because they have a job. They have only one job, not to do others' job. They have only one job, not to do other job. Yeah.
Right.
If you start entrepreneurship, they'll come, sign on this document, plana, ye, wo. They have a number of options not to let you do, as compared to force you, as compared to help you. Yes, you want money for your startup, you want consultation from government. They don't say. Of course, this is changing. This is changing after 2014. Okay, but still, it's a it's a miles ahead.
Sir, thank you so much for giving your valuable time to me and for making this podcast possible. आपके पास
Thank
जितना
you,
नॉलेज
thank
है
you, thank you, Yash.
उतना तो एक एपिसोड में तो नहीं आ पाएगा. सो हम इस एपिसोड को
Don't
यहाँ
worry,
पे
I'll
एंड
come
करते
on
हैं.
another one.
Yes sir, yes sir, we will surely do another episode with you. Thank you
Okay.
so much sir. Any words you
Thank
want
you,
to say
Yash.
sir?
Thank you for calling me. And टॉपिक काफी बढ़िया था चाइना पे. आई एम डूइंग लाइक PhD in Chinese. Probably I'll go to China next year for research
Okay.
purpose. Either in Fudan University or in other university, Tsinghua University or other, maybe which university they will take. It's for research purpose for 6 months to 1 year. If I if I would have go next year, then that would be more productive, and I can like explain more, talk about you on how Chinese think. If I
Right.
like right now, like I am reading, and that's all secondary sources, right?
Correct, sir.
Right now. But if you in person go to China,
From your
and
eyes when you will see them.
exactly, you can see through your eyes. You are not seeing or viewing the China through some different perspective or books and other thing. So maybe just give me good luck. I will go to they'll give a scholarship. Then I'll go for 1 year or 6 month minimum to learn Mandarin language, Chinese language. Although I am learning Chinese language in India, but to make it more fine, to make it more converse, so that I can converse in Chinese language in China. So
Right.
I'm trying
A-
to get.
All the best, sir, for your endeavors. We wish you all the best. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
once
Yash.
again.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yash.